The cell, its structure and functions. Inside the chapter. The cell. Comparison between plant and animal cells. Cell division and growth. Enhance your knowledge. As we know, our body is made up of many cells, and these cells are basic of the structure of our body. Can you fill in the blanks in the given hierarchy to complete it? Hierarchy. Cells. These are cells, tissues, organs, organ system, organism. Discovery of the cell. Cells are the basic structures of all living beings, yet they remained undiscovered for a long time. This is because the majority of the cells are too small to be seen by the naked eye. It was only after the advent of optical instruments in the 17th century that the study of the cell could be made possible. Robert Hooke was the first scientist who observed thin slices of cork through his self-designed microscope in 1665. Cork is obtained from the bark of a tree. Robert Hooke. Honeycomb structure of cork cells. He observed honeycomb-like structures consisting of little compartments. In Latin, cell means a little room. It was later explained that these compartments were actually dead cells bound by cell wall. The cell. We know that living organisms are made up of cells. They have the same basic structure, yet they are different with respect to their number, shape and size in different living organisms. Variation in cell number, shape and size in living organisms. Cell number, an amoeba and an earthworm are of different size. This difference in the size of the organism is due to the number of cells present in them. While amoeba is a living organism consisting of a single cell, an earthworm has millions of cells. Hence, on the basis of the cell number, living organisms can be classified into two categories, i.e. unicellular and multicellular. Living organisms. Unicellular organisms consisting of a single cell. Euglena. Amoeba. Paramecium. Multicellular organisms made up of many cells. Cell shape. The shape of cells differ not only in different organisms, but also in different organs of the same organism. They may be oval, spherical, cuboidal, fiber-like or polygonal. These shapes are influenced by their location and function in the tissue. For instance, a nerve cell has to transmit nerve impulses to organs located in different parts of the body. Hence, nerve cells have long fiber-like structure. Liver cell. Fat cell. Smooth muscle cells. Red blood cells. Nerve cell. Amoeba. Chlamydomonas. Variety in the shapes of cells. Cell size. Cells vary in size. The smallest cell PPLO, pleuropneumonia-like organism, also called mycoplasma, is about 0.1 micron, denoted as micro, in diameter. 1 micro equals 10 to 6 m. The ostrich egg is considered to be the largest cell with 170 mm in diameter. The hen's egg also represents a single cell that is big enough to be seen with the naked eyes. Experiment. Take a hen's egg. Gently break its shell and transfer the contents to a flat plate. You will observe two clear portions. The central yellow mass is the yolk. It is surrounded by a transparent or white jelly-like fluid called albumin. Albumin and yolk represent the reserve food material in the cytoplasm. Hen's egg is a single cell. The nucleus is present on the upper side of the yolk and it is too small to be seen with the naked eye. Microscopic cross-section of a hen's egg. Let us do some other experiments to see the size of cells of different organs or objects. Put a drop of water on a glass slide. Place a small piece of neatly cut onion peel on it. Put a drop or two of saffron in. Stain for a minute. Put a cover slip and observe it under the microscope. You will see that cells are arranged in rows. Note their boundaries. There is a dark structure in the center of each cell. It is the nucleus. Onion peel showing its cells. B. Request your teacher to prepare a slide of human blood to see different types of cells present in blood. You may also use a permanent slide of blood to study various types of blood cells. You can observe red blood cells with characteristic red color and their disc shape. Notice a few amoeba-like white blood cells present between red blood cells. Microscopic view of blood cells. Parts of a cell. A cell consists of living protoplasm surrounded by a cell membrane. The protoplasm consists of cytoplasm and nucleus. Cytoplasm and nucleus contain a number of structures called cell organelles. Organelles are structures present within a cell that help it to perform its different functions. Structure of a typical cell. Bacterial flagellum. Nucleoid, circular DNA. Capsule. Cell wall. Plasma membrane. Cytoplasm. Ribosomes. Plasmid. Pili. Cell membrane. All living cells are bound by a membrane called the plasma membrane or the cell membrane. It surrounds the inner gel-like material called protoplasm. The plasma membrane controls the entry and exit of substances according to the requirements of the cell. Plants, fungi and bacteria have an additional outer covering called the cell wall. Cell wall is an important covering in plant cells as it provides rigidity and protection against variations in the environment. It also gives a definite shape, size and support to the cell. Cytoplasm, the portion of the protoplasm lying inner to the cell. Membrane, but outside the nuclear membrane, is called cytoplasm, chitose hollow, plasma liquid. It acts as a ground substance for all cell activities. It is made up of carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals, vitamins along with a large proportion of water. All these components work together to provide a unique living nature to the protoplasm. Nucleus. It is the most important part of the cell. It lies in the center of the cell, but it may also occupy peripheral positions. It controls all the activities of the cell. The nucleus is a dense structure bound by a nuclear membrane. The protoplasm of the nucleus is called nucleoplasm. It has thread-like network called chromatin. When the cell is ready to divide, this chromatin condenses to form thicker, thread-like structures called chromosomes. These chromosomes are the structures responsible for the inheritance of characters, genes, from one generation to another. Many small living structures are present in the cell. These are equivalent to the organs of the body. Hence, they are named as cell organelles. Cell organelles. The main cell organelles are plastids. These are large cell organelles, characteristic of plant cells. These may contain pigments that provide color to the cell. The green-colored plastids are called chloroplasts. They manufacture food for green plants by the process of photosynthesis. Various colored parts of the plants like fruits, vegetables and flowers possess the plastids called chromoplasts. They are responsible for imparting color other than green to different parts of the plant. Mitochondria. These are rod-shaped or spherical structures. They are present in a large number in cells engaged in different physiological activities. They are responsible for cellular respiration and generating energy for different activities of life. Hence, they are also called the powerhouse of the cell. Endoplasmic reticulum, ER, it is a network of membranes. It provides a skeletal framework to the cell. Golgi complex, they are sac-like structures stacked one above the other. They store the materials which are produced by the cell. Hence, they are also called the storehouse of the cell. Vacuole, it appears as an empty space in the cytoplasm. It is generally large in plant cells. It stores excess of water and waste products. In amoeba, food materials are held in food vacuoles for digestion. Ribosomes, these are the tiny granules present in the cytoplasm. They help in protein synthesis. Cilia and flagella, some cells have these small extensions on their cell membrane. They help in locomotion and collection of food. Unicellular. Euglena. Paramecium. All the cell organelles work together to perform different functions of the cell. Levels of organization in an organism. In unicellular organisms like amoeba, a single cell performs all the necessary functions. It captures and digests food, respires, excretes, grows and reproduces. Multicellular organisms have cells that are specialized to perform specific functions. A group of cells performing a specialized function forms a tissue, for example, nervous tissue. A group of tissues performing a specific function forms an organ, for example, kidney. A number of such organs work together to form an organ system, for example, digestive system. Thus, the cells have some common features but they appear different in different parts like blood, liver, in animals, root or leaves, in plants. Even plant and animal cells show some major differences. Let us compare them. Levels of organization. Organism. Organ system. Organs. Tissues. Cells. Comparison between plant and animal cells. Although all living cells have certain common features, the detailed study reveals some major differences between plant and animal cells. Plant cells generally have a definite shape due to a rigid cell wall around them. In comparison, animal cells have a cell membrane as their outer cover. This provides flexibility to animal cells, due to which they show a large variation in shape. Moreover, plant cells have plastids, which are absent in animal cells. Plant cells generally have large vacuoles, whereas animal cells either lack vacuoles or have very small vacuoles. Animal cell. An animal cell with its organelles. Penocytotic vesicle. Isosome. Golgi vesicles. Rougher endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth ribosomes. Cell plasma membrane. Mitochondrion. Golgi apparatus. Nucleolus. Nucleus. Centrioles, 2, each composed of 9 microtubule triplets. Microtubules. Cytoplasm. Ribosome. A plant cell with its organelles. Golgi vesicles ribosome. Smooth ribosome. Nucleolus. Nucleus. Rougher endoplasmic reticulum. Large central vacuole. Amyloplast starch grain. Cell wall. Cell membranes. Golgi apparatus. chloroplast, vacuole membrane, graphite crystal, Druze crystal, mitochondrion, cytoplasm. Cell components organelles. Plant cell, animal cell. 1. Cell wall. Present, absent. 2. Cell membrane. Present, present. 3. Plastids. Present, absent. 4. Mitochondria. Present, present. 5. Nucleus. Present, present. 6. Vacuoles. Large size and more in number. Small size or absent. Cell division and growth. Once a cell is formed, it starts ingesting and digesting food, making it grow in size. After reaching a certain size, it divides to form two cells. The new cells formed in this manner are known as daughter cells and are the exact copies of parent cell. New cells are not only needed for the growth of an organism, but also to replace dying or damaged or worn out cells in the body. Nucleus divides into two. Cytoplasm starts dividing. Two cells formed. Division of a cell. When a tissue is damaged, the surrounding cells begin division to replace the damaged cells. However, in the brain, the spinal cord and the nerves, the damage is permanent. Because these cells cannot undergo division to replace damaged cells. Hence, when there is an injury to a broken bone, it will heal, but an injury to the spinal cord will